Okay, this is the optical bench that you'll be using. I have it set up for the first part where you're finding the focal length of the test lens. Just a couple of things I want to show to you. First of all, on these things, these carriages, they can come off and they have a little bracket here. See, there's the bracket right there that allows them to be tightened into place. So when you get them into place so it doesn't fall off, you can tighten that. Also notice here that the lens is inside this bracket. It looks like this. You can move it down like this. So you hold it down and then you place the lens and then hold the lens and then let this release just a little bit until the lens is held in there tightly like that. These lenses are glass, so they will break, of course, if they fall. They're not that expensive. Well, I don't know, they're $10 or $15 each. But be careful, don't break them. And then we have these incandescent light bulbs, which are really hard to find these days. But notice how we have a screw taped onto the side of the incandescent light bulb. That becomes your object. Now, I did point out in the video that when you're measuring the object distance, that distance is the distance that you drop down onto here, and then that's the position of the object. It's not back here. Instead, it's back here. It's offset because it's on that light bulb. Now, as I move this lens around, let me show you here. As I move the lens around, the image will come into focus. So here, this is where I have an image most in focus. You see how you can see the threads on that screw? That is a really clear image of the screw. And then finally, let me show you the aperture. You can ask your lab instructor how they want you to do this, but this is the aperture. You have different kinds of apertures, but you can use this biggest round one. And then you can hold it up next to the lens at the top of the lens and then move it down to the center of the lens. And each time you'll measure the position of the image and the object and calculate the focal point. So this is the aperture that you'll use for that. I think that's everything. Yeah. Oh, I do want to show you, actually, this is the test lens and this is the big lens. Test lens, big lens. Test lens, big lens. Okay? Have a great time with this lab. It's a fun lab.